Hey developers! We are down to our last tech talk that will be live broadcast also to our audience on the internet from Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And for this last session, let's learn how to easily move from raw data to machine learning. And we'll hear about this from our Google Cloud Machine Learning Product Specialist, Camus Ma. Welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final session on how to move from raw data to ML faster with BigQuery and Vertex AI. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Camus Ma. I manage the customer engineering team for the South EMEA region, specialized on machine learning and AI. So let's begin the session. How do you move from data to machine learning? So what are the barriers between data and machine learning that we often see with our partners and customers, and even internally at Google, which continue to slow innovation? First, let's start with data. Data is often big and multi-formatted, which means there are many data silos, copies of data, and makes data hard to discover and extract value from. Then, AI and ML systems are often isolated from data, leading to more needs of integration, security risks, and unsuccessful machine learning deployments. So first, how do you get from data to machine learning? Let's look at the data piece. You need the data engineering steps. This includes data ingestion, data preparation, data storage, and often some sort of data cataloging. And then you move to data analysis, where you need data exploration, data preprocessing to gain data insights. So how do you extract even more value with machine learning? First, you have the model development step, where you do feature engineering, model training, register your models in a model registry, and some type of model evaluation. And then you do ML engineering with model serving, model deployment, and model monitoring, with feature store in between. And finally, you have insights activation, where you could use your learnings from your machine learning and data analysis to influence business decision, customer decisions, and serve downstream applications. We've also added the horizontal component of orchestration, so you could automate your ML pipelines and data pipelines with CI/CD. So these slides show how you could build an entire data to ML journey with Data Cloud, Google Data Cloud. And I would like to say that this is not all of our services provided on our platform. This is just an example of some of the tools that you can use to get value from your data on GCP. So on my right here, you have any type of data that can be ingested inside GCP and more. So your data could come from corporate and third-party systems, e-commerce, SaaS applications, IoT devices, social media, or geospatial data, and more. And then it could get ingested on GCP with data engineering using Dataproc and Dataflow. And I'd like to point out here that Dataproc is a serverless version of Spark, and Dataflow is a serverless version of open source Beam. And this is indicative of all our services, where we try to have a managed version of open source software to have the most open platform available. Next, we have data analysis using BigQuery, or the data analysis tool of your choice. You could do model development on Vertex AI and BigQuery ML, ML engineering on Vertex AI, and insights activation on Vertex AI, Looker, App Engine, or other downstream services. This can help with any innovation. Here are some that we listed, but I'm sure you have some in mind or some already in production. So decision making, app development, SaaS applications, exception management, and so on. You also have the horizontal orchestration layer to automate each of these steps to scale and put these models into production. We propose here Cloud Composer or Vertex AI pipelines. Cloud Composer is a managed version of open source software as well, and Vertex AI pipelines supports 2 open source SDK, TensorFlow Extended, as well as Kubeflow Pipelines SDK. And we really designed and built this platform to meet the needs and expertise of various users that you see listed above, and more. So data engineers, machine learning engineers, data scientists, data analysis, business users, to add value to the customer. So how do you get to this full ML production system? We have designed a journey from crawl, walk, and run. This is very high level, but we hope it'll resonate with you. So first, we propose to start with Vertex AI Workbench. Vertex AI Workbench is a Jupyter-based, fully managed, scalable, enterprise-ready data science experience with easily enforceable policies and user management. So we see with our users that they could get to production ML models faster with Vertex AI Workbench compared to traditional Jupyter notebooks. And this is the case because we've added extensions to simplify data access. So you can seamlessly and out of the box connect to your data source in BigQuery, Google Cloud Storage, and other data sources. We also support in-place data exploration with SQL and Spark queries from a syntax-aware, autocomplete-enabled notebook cell. And also, we support multiple environments out of the box. So whether you're using TensorFlow, PyTorch, or Spark, you could run any of these engines from the same Vertex AI Workbench instance. This means you don't need to have multiple servers for different environments, and this saves you time from maintaining and keeping running multiple servers as well, and costs. So now that you can crawl with the Workbench, how can you walk and start to train and deploy your models? So this is an illustration of how you could do this on Vertex AI. So your data could come from BigLake. If it's tabular, it could come from BigQuery, or it could come from Google Cloud Storage. Then you do your data engineering step. You could use one or all of BigQuery, Dataproc, and Dataflow. And then you move on to model training on AutoML, Vertex AI custom models, or BigQuery ML. And then you can register your models in Vertex Model Registry and deploy these models for batch inference on BigQuery ML or Vertex AI endpoints for batch and live inference to power your downstream applications. I'm also now very excited to announce that Model Registry on Vertex AI is now generally available. So Vertex AI Model Registry allows you to have models registered from AutoML, BigQuery ML, or Vertex AI custom models. So all your models could be in one place for easy reuse, tracking, and model versioning. We also allow you to add labels and aliases to your models to facilitate model discovery. Another feature is that you can seamlessly deploy your models to Vertex AI endpoints using the UI or via a Vertex AI SDK. And finally, all this is integrated into our Vertex AI SDK, so you really have a unified Vertex AI experience. So how do you really run with machine learning? We've added here to the previous diagram the Vertex AI pipelines, Cloud Build, and CI/CD block up top. So what this means is that now you can automate each of the steps in your machine learning pipeline. You could substitute Vertex AI with Cloud Composer, as mentioned previously, or with another orchestration tool. Same with Cloud Build and CI/CD. You could use Cloud Repositories or its equivalent. We also added Feature Store. So this will enable you to share features, reuse them, and also version your features. Here is how a Vertex AI pipeline could look like. So each of these blocks you see in this diagram is a Vertex AI component, and it's a step in your ML pipeline. And this could all be orchestrated with additional features, such as runtime parameters and conditionals. We're also very happy to announce that now we have 20+ pre-built BigQuery ML operators available for you. What this means is that previously you would have to create your own custom component if you were to use BigQuery ML in the Vertex pipelines. But now we have 20+ pre-built components which are maintained and supported by Google engineers. So this enables you to deploy your BigQuery ML pipelines inside production in Vertex AI much faster. And lastly, I want to leave you with a very exciting private preview feature we have on BigQuery ML. Before, you could only use BigQuery ML on structured data. But now you can actually tap into the value of BigQuery ML with your unstructured data as well. This means that if you have a lot of images or text files stored in Google Cloud Storage, you could leverage BigLake and BigQuery ML to extract value using machine learning. How can you do this? So I'd like to illustrate how you can do this with an example of a hypothetical customer. This is a real estate customer who wants to predict the click-through rate of homes on their website. So the current models uses a lot of structured data, like the home location, the size of the house, for instance, to train the model. However, they may have thousands of images stored on Google Cloud Storage that's not taken into consideration inside the model today, but this could drive a lot of business insight. So if they want to use images, they would have to process the images separately. So how do we make this experience better for them? So right now, in private preview, you can create an object table in BigQuery where all the images in Google Cloud Storage are indexed. And you do this simply by just creating an object table with this simple SQL query, pointing to each of the location of your image. Next, you import your model inside BigQuery. So right now, you have your computer vision model imported with the create model and pointing to the location of where your model is stored. And then afterwards, you run a simple ML predict using the model and the object table to create latent representations in a table, which you could then join to your structured data to power your machine learning model training. So in 3 easy steps, you can actually have unstructured latent representations embedded into your new model. And this is the last slide of my presentation. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of Google Cloud Next. Thank you very much.
One by one, I know we've seen some things that could have torn us apart, threatened what we've been.
Hey,
And
so actually we've come to the end of the technical content that will be live streamed today, but we're super excited that we have a lot more going on here on site. So I just want to say I hope you've been able to make the most of it, and thank you all online for your participation, and hope you have a chance to sign up as an innovator for Google Cloud so you have access to all of our live events. You find out where we're hosting challenges near you in the future, and sign up for the Drone Racing League Challenge as well. And those of you here, hope you had a chance to interact with our architects, play a couple games, ask some questions, get involved in the Google Cloud community. So I'd really like to personally thank you on behalf of all of the Googlers here and the local teams. We're looking to really bring more GCP developer activities to all of you locally and virtually. So what's happening now? Well, you are the heart of everything that we do. So that's why we decided to make some hands-on workshops for those of you here, locally guided by our experts. And we'll have one here in this main room, and we'll have one upstairs. And unfortunately, for those online, we have to say goodbye. But again, thank you, and the future is for developers. And we'll see each other again soon. We'll also have a reception for the local folks here. So after your hands-on workshop, which remember to get your swag stamps for, we'll then come back, and there'll be some changes, and we'll have a chance to have some food and some drinks and connect even in a more casual way. So the other workshops are from Po Long Ling and other champion innovators. So that is the building an end-to-end data and ML solution on GCP workshop. And the second one is upstairs in our Atlanta room, and that's Spark for data engineers and data scientists. And that'll be with Brad Moreau. So you can take a quick break here and then join the last workshop. And then we'll see each other for our well-deserved celebration at the end, back here in the master ballroom. All right, thank you all. Ciao.